What's up, my favorite people? What's up, Michigan? It's snowing here today. Started weather got real cold last night, and man, when I left work, I had to shut my brights off. It was coming down so hard. So today, started looking at Telegram this morning. You know, just when you think you got a grasp on everything, and just a ton more of information comes out, and you're like, man, wow. So I think good things are happening. If anything's going to happen today, who knows? It'll happen when it's going to happen, right? So I did find a few more advice from. So this one's from a raccoon. So advice from a raccoon: unmask your talents, climb to new heights, be curious, look both ways before you cross the road, avoid junk food, always wash your hands, and enjoy the nightlife. So I think I got a few more. I know I got one more of these, and then the wife kind of found some of these ones. They're a little different. She bought them. I didn't really want them because I like to keep everything the same. But they're still cool. But I know for a fact I got one more of these for sure. So always something cool. Always right on the money. So yeah, last night, Liberty Warrior. If you guys missed that show, you guys missed out. They had Scad Warrior. She just made Scad Warrior 2. She just made her first video yesterday, and then ended up calling in last night on Liberty Warrior. So there was she might have been the first one. And then I think Brian Cartwright called, and then maybe Chabal called, and then I think Wesley, Mike's brother, called. I might be missing one other person in there. But anyway, a ton of people called, which is pretty awesome because, you know, everyone wants to hear, in my opinion, I think we're all average people. We're all in the same boat. You know, sometimes you feel in life you're all alone. That's not a good feeling. So, so before I went to AA, I didn't really like to talk and all that. And then once I got into AA and I started talking and opening up and realizing, you know, why I was so screwed up and all that, it really was helpful. And I think we seen that last night on the Liberty Warrior show. Because the more you talk, you get your feelings out, you get your frustrations out. And I think it just really helps everybody. It helps you, for one, which you are the most important person in your life. I'm the most important person in my life. If I'm not taking care of myself, how can I take care of anyone else? So always take care of yourself first, and then lend a helping hand to others. So, but the thing I like about AA is it's just they keep everything so simple, right? So like they got little sayings, which I can only talk about myself because, well, I'm me, and I don't know, you know, I don't know you guys. I do, I know you, but I don't know you. But so whenever I'm talking, I'm always talking about myself. Even if I say you guys, or I really mean I'm only talking about myself because that's all I can talk about. So I like keeping things simple because I'm a simpleton. And you don't need to overcomplicate things. Just like when I first started making videos, I just put it up on my cooler with a thing of paint behind it and just hit play and start talking. For one, it really helped me with all this stuff going on. And I knew people probably wanted to hear, or they didn't know how to start or whatever. But since then, there's been about 4 or 5 people that's reached out to me, many more than that actually, but about 4 or 5 that actually started videos. And I guarantee it's not just because of me. It's because of Scott McKay. It's from Prime. It's from Jerry Foley, Jennifer Esom, uh, Wano Save, and it's from maybe a bunch of people. But you guys make me feel all warm and fuzzy when you say my name on there, so I appreciate it. So you just need to start talking. Even if you start talking to your friend, eventually you'll probably get on here and make a video. Most of us been knowing what's going on for probably our whole lives, actually. But just keep it simple. You ain't got to go out there and go get a big old studio or whatever. Like right now, I got a computer, um, old computer that really don't have good megapixels apparently. But you don't need much. You can make one off your phone or whatever. But yeah, keep it simple. So like sayings in AA is like if nothing changes, nothing changes. So you got to get uncomfortable and you got to change. Something's got to change. If nothing changes, nothing changes. If you don't do anything, you can talk. You can talk all you want, right? Like I told you before, I ran my mouth years and years and years about going skydiving. And then my girlfriend, my wife now, says, "Hey, I'll pay for it." What up, Mike? Great show last night, brother. Yeah, that was a killer show, man. You might have to go a little longer now. Yeah, people calling in and you know, yeah, it was cool, man. That was cool. Uh, and then finally, somebody come up and said, "Hey, put up or shut up. You know, you're going skydiving." Well, I was a little nervous, but I still went. You know, and that's what we got to do. Deep down in your heart, just like last night, my video yesterday. I know all you guys wanted to call in. Finally, it happened. So hopefully that continues tonight. More people call in. More people call in. You got a voice. Everyone wants to hear it, right? So that's a big one. If nothing changes, nothing changes. So you hear someone running their mouth, and they're just running their mouth. They're not really doing nothing. Just tell them, hey, if nothing changes, nothing changes. But I don't want to hear you just running your mouth. I want to hear you do something. Or what I like to do is well, I'll help you. What do you want to do? You want to make a video? Let's go make a video right now. I did that at work the other day. Not the other day, probably a couple weeks ago. With the black kid. Talked to him before. Say, let's go make a video, man. You want to make one? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to make one. All right, let's go make one. So we did. So another one of my favorite sayings in AA is I can only keep what I have by giving it away. So I can only keep uh, my good vibes and all that stuff, and I can only keep at the top of my game by helping other people. Hopefully that made sense. I can only keep what I have by giving it away. A little deep, but you'll understand it. And then the other one I really don't like is living life on life's terms. So first 6 months or so, I had no idea what that meant. No idea. So uh, but I don't know. I never did that because I'd always get drunk. Something come up, I'd go get drunk. And then about 6 months in, something happened and I couldn't get drunk. I was 6 months sober and I couldn't get drunk. Uh, Kind of a catastrophe. Something bad happened, but so that was a little kind of threw me for a loop. I didn't really want to face it. I wanted to run from it. Probably what I've been doing my whole life, running from problems and not facing them. So now I try to face every problem, or well, I just like to face things head on. Well, this could happen. Well, let's see what happens. You know, well, if you punch that big guy in the mouth, you're probably gonna get beat up. Well, let's see what happens. You get my point. So Oklahoma, you're the reason God made Oklahoma was one of my favorite songs. Oklahoma's, I think every county in Oklahoma I think went red this year. Well, they've always been red, but what's up, Scott? Glad you came. Uh, so yeah, get out of your comfort zone. Start talking with people. Get your voice out there. Every night at 8 o'clock Eastern time, you can call into the Liberty Show. Liberty Warrior goes Zoom call, live call-ins. If you need some people to watch, you can watch Mental Health Militia News, Chabal, great show. Scad Warrior 2, she just started making videos yesterday, I believe. Irish Guy JG. Who else? Shepherd of the Forest. Vicky Vasquez from Florida. There's a few out there, but I like mentioning those people instead of the big dogs because big dogs already made it. They've already got 10 million followers, stuff like that. So I'd rather promote the small guys. We're all in this together. Let's get our stuff out. Make all this stuff go titanium. So I was watching Chabal right before the video, and he said he wants to go on a world tour. I'm thinking, man, it'd be like remember back about maybe 10, 15 years ago when Ron White and there's four of them. Ron White, Larry the Cable Guy, Here's Your Sign Guy, I forget his name, and Redneck Guy, can't remember his name right now neither. Jeff Foxworthy. I can't remember the Here's Your Sign Guy. He's my least favorite. But yeah, let's take this titanium. You know, maybe buy airplanes and stuff like Ron White says. You guys bought me an airplane. Yeah, well, think about that. Airplanes are quite a bit of money. Not that we're doing it for money. I'm not doing it for money. I don't care about it. But it seems like now every channel you watch is hey, buy this coffee or buy this or buy that or send money here or whatever. I understand they have a lot of time in their stuff. I understand that, but if you're just doing it for that purpose to make money, well, then that's going to be your number one goal shortly is just to make money. But teach their own. Don't matter to me none. So yeah, the government works for us. We don't work for them. So let's get that right. Let's take back the power we've had the whole time. So, what do you guys know about Project Odin? You guys hear about that before? I believe Project Odin is tied in with the rods of God. From what I'm hearing, I believe that might have had something to do with when they said that RV blew up at Nashville Dominion. I don't know if it was a Dominion warehouse or whatever, or there just happened to be might have been an ATT company or something. I don't know. But anyway, that could have been rods of God. My opinion, what's going to happen here shortly, hopefully, like real quick, is I believe they're going to take out 34 satanic cities, buildings. I don't know if DC will fall into that. I hope it does. But they can really control the area they hit. Remember Beirut, that big fertilizer, what it was, fertilizer holding area or whatever, right there by the docks. I think it was fertilizer or fireworks or anyway, that could have been rods of God. Um, so a lot going on. I say demolish DC. Get rid of it. Like I told you guys before, several times. I went to DC. My dad took us there. I believe it was in '86. So I was 12. He wanted to go see the Vietnam Wall because he was a Vietnam vet, and just to show us DC, and just get a weird. You guys ever get weird feelings? You know, when you go to a certain place, or if you walk in a certain house, or a certain like a certain restaurant, like in Texas, I was stationed in Texas, Fort Hood. There was a mass shooting in one of these places. I can't remember the name of the. I think it was a Mexican restaurant, and you just walk in there and you get feel a little funny. Well, that's kind of the way I felt in DC. DC, Vatican, and London City are all set up with satanic monuments, rituals. So I really believe all three of those will be on that hit list. I hope anyway. I don't think they should make it a museum or nothing like that. Just demolish it, start over. All right, so Jeremy says if you go to your GPS on your phone and type in Washington, D.C., the D.C. is gone now. It just has Washington. That's interesting. Yeah, I say bulldoze it, nuke it, whatever you got to do. Another one I think is going to be on that list is the Three Gorge Dam out in China. Now, I believe it took like 12 years to build that thing. And I believe there's a nuclear reactor underneath there. And I also believe there's labs underneath there. Kind of like same thing they were doing in, what's that guy's name? I don't even know if I should say it on here, but there was a doctor in Germany that did experiments on twins, basically on everybody, but for some reason they really like twins. And I think there's when they built that dam, which is pretty smart of them, they built a underground lab or whatever underneath the dam. It's probably only one way in, one way out, and then they could probably blow it up anytime they want. I think a while ago they said it'd kill like 400 million people once that dam goes. So hopefully the Chinese people are just like us. You know, it's just the corrupt government that's a problem. So hopefully they get all those people out of the way when they blow that dam, which I think they will. They'll probably have to do it with the rods of God, and then that eventually is going to wipe out Wuhan, get rid of all that evil there. Other than that, I don't know any other cities off the top of my head. Masonic lodges, there's a million of them. I think there's already a couple burning in Vancouver, maybe. I think 2 of them burning. Seen on Telegram this morning. It's kind of interesting. So I can't think of any more. Maybe Disney. I think that'd be one. Disneyland, Disney World. I know. Well, anyway, from what I'm hearing, there's 34 of them. I don't know if they're 34 buildings or 34 areas, but yeah, I've seen that also. They had the Suez Canal blocked out from like Google Maps. Just, I don't know. Everything's hidden from us. We've been lied to our whole lives about everything. You all know about Nacero Jacero, I believe. Most of you do. If not, go look it up. Pretty interesting. Basically, they've been keeping us slaves, and keeping technology from us for our whole lives. So you can't tell me in 100 and some years, 120 years or so, that the combustion engine hasn't really changed much. Same basic principle. Your washing machine hasn't really changed much. Um, Stuff like that. I mean, come on. So they just keep us slaves. I'm done being a slave. I'm done working for people that really don't appreciate me. And, you know, well, you got to do this when you go to work, or we're going to take this away from you. We're going to take that away from you. We're going to take this away from you. Well, just be thankful you have a job. No, that ain't right. Everyone knows it's not right, but they still do it. Well, I know it's not right, but I got a boss and he's got a boss and he's got a boss. Yeah, I get it. I understand. I'm at the bottom. I understand. Yeah, you ain't got a backbone. I get it. Yeah. All right. Just leave me alone. I'll leave you alone. Everything will be good. I'm getting real sick of this stuff. Um, so this live video gives us a good chance to all talk, which is great. Uh, like I said, for some reason it's 12 to 24 hours when I can go back and read the live chat. Um, I don't know. I think they're watching you guys or something. Actually, watching me. Well, we're watching all of us actually. I've started. I got 2,500 subscribers now. I'm down to what is it like 24 2,470 or something like that. So I'm losing. I'm going the other way. So that's why it's so important for you guys to make a channel. And if I go down, I can share it on yours. Vice versa. You guys start a channel, I'll subscribe. I'll share your stuff on my channel. Get the word out there, because then it just starts snowballing. Everyone's got a voice. All needs to be heard. We're all in the same boat. We're all thinking the same thing. We've all been slaves forever. So, yeah, I agree, Jeremy. Speaking of that, thank you. That reminded me of something. I don't recommend you do this, but when you're driving, if you like to wear a mask all the time, and you're driving, why don't you take a big hose from your exhaust pipe, kind of run it up into your window in your car while you're driving. That's kind of the same thing you're doing wearing a mask. So take a hose from your exhaust pipe, run it right into your window. Does that make any sense? Why would you wear a mask? Because they tell you to. That's why. That's why you did it. Because they told you to, and you don't think for yourself. So that's why you're wearing a mask. And you don't want to argue with nobody. Well, eventually it's just going to go away. No, it's not going to go away until everyone takes them and throws them away. It's not going away. It's actually opposite. Is how that works. Oh, well, that was easy. The media told you to wear one, and you did for over a year. Now I know it's not you guys, and I understand there might be certain times you have to wear one. I understand that. I totally understand that. But for the most part, people can think on their own, and they know what's wrong, but they're just going along to get along. And it's not going to work. It's not going to work because guess what? Now you're going to need a vacation to go to work. Oh, you don't have one of those pieces of paper with certain things on it? Yeah, well, you're going to have to get one, man, before you can come to work to get paid. Well, I like to get paid because I like to eat. That's kind of important to me. I like to eat, and I like to have heat and lights and things like that. So that's not going to work for me. That ain't going to work. and it's already happening. Man, you guys haven't been to a concert in almost a year. You haven't really been to a ball game in a year, or you haven't. Those are two major things. You haven't been to a concert. Well, guess what? If you want to come to this concert, guess what you're gonna have to do? You're gonna have to show me a piece of paper saying that you had the vacation. It's already happening. Look it up. Just pay attention. Another thing I want to talk about, and I really don't know how to do it from this computer yet, but I can do it off my phone, and I'll put it in the comments. It won't be in the live chat, but it'll be in the comments. I want to share this video with you. I want to say her name's Amazing Polly. Buddy at work sent it to me. Ken, he sent it to me. It's basically, she talks about what's going on, what's been going on this last year. Is it torture? So you can go look up the definition of torture. And another one is basically crimes against humanity. So you can go look the definition of that up too. After watching the video and actually never really thought about it. I mean, I thought about it a little bit, but answer is yes. But I'll post that video in the comments, not the live chat, but the comments, because I'll have to wait a whole. If I don't do it now, and I don't know how to do it off my computer, I'll do it off my phone. But yeah, it's unreal. Brainwashed. Which brings me to another point. I've had a few people say, I'd really love my kids to go back to school so they can play sports. But, well, your kids got to wear a mask and they got to be, brainwashed and all this. But I just want them to play sports. I just want to go back to school and play sports. I don't know. But you don't have to go to school to learn. That's a fact. If you haven't learned, most people, well, I've learned more in this year than I probably have my whole life about government, about certain things looking up, about all the lies they've been telling us. I learned more in this year than I had my whole life. So you don't need school to learn. That's probably the biggest lie they've ever told you. Go to school and learn. All right, well, the things I learned in school were I learned how to do my times tables. I probably learned to do math, basic math, no trigonometry or calculus or nothing like that, just basic math, and probably very basic English. History was a lie. Probably science was a lie. I did like gym a lot. I liked recess a lot. I like lunch. But other than that, I mean, your basic times tables and things like that, I don't know. Put a sentence together. I can barely do that. But so yeah, you don't need school to learn. It's a fact. So now, when you go to, why you got to go to college for? Why do you think they're pushing college on kids? Maybe you're getting paid to get brainwashed. I'd say yes. You're paying them to brainwash you. I don't know how they do it. I don't know. But I know it's being done because look at I wouldn't say every, but I'd say a majority of college kids, especially the younger kids, are brainwashed. Now, don't get me wrong. I think we're all brainwashed to an extent. Just years and years and years and years of being lied to. I don't know what's what. I don't know what's true, what's not true, who's telling me the truth, who's lying. I have no idea. But I do know this. I know this is for a fact. They've kept us slaves our whole life. They've kept us sick our whole lives. I'm tired of it. There's things out there that we don't need to be sick no more. It's coming. We just got to hold on for a little bit longer. That gets me to another point. How much longer are we going to hold on? Seems like they keep pushing the goalpost away. All right, just another 2 weeks, just another 2 weeks. I understand what they're doing is huge. I understand that. But at some point, you're going to have to pull the plug and get this over with, get it done. Because what's going to happen is we're all going to get together and we're going to say, this is absolutely enough. People are committing suicide. People are drinking themselves to death. People are beating up their spouses, beating up their kids, alcohol abuse. Why don't you look at those numbers? I bet you they're all through the roof. For something that's 99, better than 99% survival rate. What a lie. What a lie. So if you're a doctor and you're doing the wrong thing, you need to step down. If you're a cop, you're doing the wrong thing, step down. If you're a teacher doing the wrong thing, step down. If you're a parent doing the wrong thing, well, stop. You got 2-year-old. I've seen 2-year-old and 3-year-old kids wearing the diapers. Wake up. You're brainwashing them. You're part of the problem. Brings me to another point. Lawyers are just as corrupt as judges. You ever got out of a ticket or out of something that you did by hiring a lawyer? Have you ever got out of something you did by hiring a lawyer 100%? No. I'd say no. Yeah, there might be a few cases here and there, but no. Probably you haven't. But you hire a lawyer, they'll get it reduced. Well, I could probably get it reduced. So you're telling me I'm speeding, which I'm not breaking any laws, not hurting nobody, so it's not a crime, and you pull me over. All right, so we'll say, so then I go to court, and then I got to go in front of a judge that you both are getting paid by the same people, and you want me to pay you guys. So a county or a city or a state's paying them, both of them, the cop and the judge, which is a conflict of interest. And then you want me to pay you guys for what? What I do? What I do wrong? I was speeding. I wasn't hurting nobody. I got the right to freely travel without being harassed. So there's another big lie. But probably getting off track on that. But it's just part of the lies you've been told your whole life. So the truth's going to come out here in a minute. So shut the news off, because from now on, we are the news. So, yeah, SCAD Warrior, trade schools are absolutely awesome. Matter of fact, there's a huge shortage of skilled trades. Welders can make, skilled trades, welders, all that, they can make as much as doctors. For sure, as much as dentists. I've seen it. So there's a whole nother wormhole you can go down with doctors and dentists, and dentists giving you fluoride and putting metal in your mouth. I don't know. Seems to me, if you're that educated, when you went to 8 years of school, seems like you would know what's right and wrong, in my opinion. I mean, even morally, even if you're not educated, you still know what's right and wrong. That's just a God-given gift. You just know what's right and wrong. Well, hurting people and getting them hooked on drugs, you think that's right? Because you're sure not helping them. You're not helping them. For one, you're not fixing the problem. You're just prolonging it or hiding the pain or whatever, but you're not ever, ever, ever fixing the problem. Wonder how you sleep at night. But guess what? Big pharmacies paying you a lot of money, ain't they? Step down. You're not needed anymore. Step down. Same with the cops, same with the lawyers, judges. No, your time's all up. Step down. Step down before we need to step up, because that's coming too. But I don't know. We got what? We got maybe, I don't know how many people there are. 1,000 people, maybe more, running the world. So 1,000 people telling 7 billion people what to do, and we're doing it. How they do that? How they do it? Well, you look up MK Ultra, uh, Operation Mockingbird, Operation Paperclip. It's endless. Well, I don't really believe that stuff. Well, it's being done. You can look it up. It's being done. Yeah, back when we were younger, we go outside and play sports all day long. We didn't need to go to school. We had different neighborhoods. We could, you get 5, 10 people from this neighborhood, go over to another neighborhood, and play them in baseball or basketball or whatever. You ain't got to go to school. School's not very good, in my opinion. But this whole show is my opinion. So I don't really want to get blocked or taken off here or, Clinton, which I think they're all taken care of right now, anyways. But so yeah. So what do you think's going to happen after? Well, I'll tell you what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to start. Well, if you've been paying attention, look at Ukraine and Russia. I think today's ends the ceasefire. So we'll see what happens today. I think there's going to be a big nuclear scare. They might do the rods of God on certain places, and then blame it on whoever, Iran. Someone might blow up the Capitol, blame it on Iran. Now everyone's freaking out, even the ones that are asleep. We all know it's just fake, and so that'll kind of wake everyone up. They'll get rid of all the satellites, all the Mossad satellites. So there's already been Starlinks put up there. Those are ready to go. I think all we got to do is just hit the switch. Free internet, free energy, all that stuff we should be having forever. So that'll wake them up. Then we go to, I believe Trump's going to text or EBS seven different messages, and then we'll go into EBS, electronic broadcast system, and then now we'll start seeing the truth, the real truth. So the media will be gone. We'll bring in the new truth. If you pay attention to Mike Lindell, he's got his own social platform coming out. I believe Trump, maybe JFK Jr. has got their own platform coming out. That's what we need, so we can be on here speaking and not speaking in code or trying to search for words that we can just come out here and talk. I know they're blocking a lot of us. Even if you're a real small channel, like me and a few others, they're blocking us. They're not letting our voices be out there. So start your own channel. If you guys are new, call in tonight to Liberty Warrior and kind of get your feet wet. 8 Central, 7 or 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Last night you missed out. It was a great show. Every night's a great show, but last night he had 4 or 5 people call in. Talk about whatever you want. You know, nice, laid back, easy, no hard questions. So, yeah, Space Force. I kind of thought that was kind of funny a couple of years ago when he put that. I believe it's been around for a long time, but I never knew anything about it. Look at Roswell, New Mexico. There was a crash there a long time ago. I don't know if it was Truman. I don't know if Truman was a president back then or not, but I don't know. I don't know what kind of pact or agreement they have with the aliens where they haven't invaded us or what's going on with that whole thing. But that's a whole nother can of worms. There's got to be something out there. We're not the only ones. I guarantee you that. Time travel, all that stuff's very interesting. It's just we just been dumbed down and just made slaves. All right, well, they keep us poor. We got to go to work. We can't really look none of this up. We can't. We're kind of in our dimension. We're just kind of squashed down to be slaves, just kind of like worker bees. Just go to work, pay your taxes. You ain't got time to think. You're trying to survive. You're trying to put food on the table. You're trying to keep heat and lights. Car insurance. But so, and Dark Side of the Moon. Yeah, I mean it's endless. Just like when that telegram came out, there was so much information on there. We could probably all read nonstop for 24 hours for months and probably still not touch the information in there. Because once you click on something, you start reading it, you're like, well, what's that mean? Then you look into that and it takes you down another hole, and it takes you down another one and another one. It's like, I don't know. So like Suez Canal, that ship, now you see evergreen everywhere, which I've known about that for quite a while, but we're kind of already way ahead of everyone else. So I think they're really trying to just wake everyone else up, wake the people that aren't really awoke yet, because they had to show that on national TV, you know. And people start looking at, oh, what's evergreen? Interesting. And another thing is how long they've been doing that. Remember back when see, I got to think about what I'm saying first. Anyway, they started in Arkansas. I can't remember the name of the little town in Arkansas. It had an airport, and certain people were bringing in guns and drugs to that airport. So that's how they kind of started. So that was back probably, man, probably 70s, I would think. So this has probably been going on just with them people 40, 50 years. And maybe they started out with guns and all that. Who knows? I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out eventually, hopefully soon. And that's just one person, 2 people really. Um, so yeah, lies after lies after lies, and that's what we're trying to do on this channel and other channels. Chabal, Mental Health, Militia News, Liberty Warrior. We're trying to get the truth out, trying to drop truth popsicles on you, and because you can't get it from the media, they're lying. But if you guys know Greg Sawyer, they call him the Saw Man. I think 2 nights ago he was on Fox News talking about the border and all the kids coming up, how they're trafficked. Um, Project Veritos. I don't know what's going on with that whole cage type thing. I don't know if they're acting. I don't know if they're just keeping them there just to keep them there until they're bust off somewhere else. I don't know if that's like a trafficking hub. Then they take them somewhere else. I don't know, because you know what? They already blew up all the tunnels, so there's no more tunnels. I don't think there's any more tunnels. They still might be working on that, but they've been working on that for 4 or 5 years. Under the White House, under the Vatican, uh, everywhere. The whole world's connected. They got underground cities in there. They could probably withstand a nuclear war for forever under there. They got foods. They got semi trucks under there. Own oxygen. Everything. Those are gone. So you're seeing mostly kids coming up. They had what was it 1,500 kids a couple of weeks ago come up to Dallas, Texas. I don't know. Maybe they're just drawing them in. Hey, come on in, come on in. And then they traffic them somewhere. I don't know. So much going on. It's just like I said earlier. You think you got it all figured out, and then it's like you read something else. You're like, oh boy, here we go again. Back to being dazed and confused. But it just, I'd rather be it this way than blindly just watching the news. You know why this 2019 don't affect homeless people? Probably because they don't watch the news. You know why I don't affect the Amish? They don't have TVs. Don't affect them. So I don't know. It's just unreal. You think about how the people were led to the camps. During First World War, like how they do that. Well, they're doing the same. They're It's the same playbook. You're being led to the slaughter by getting a vacation. Heard a rumor 36% of the U.S. has already had the vacation. So we'll say there's what 300 million in the U.S. 30% of that is what 900,000. So you figure maybe a million. No, it's probably more than that. I don't know. Numbers get too big, I get all screwed up. But that's a lot of people. Now I don't know if this can be reversed or not. I don't know. I don't know how many vacations you got to get. I think you got to get 3, right? I know people already had 2, but I think 3. I don't know. I don't know if it can be reversed. Hopefully it can. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. But I hear there's more lockdowns. I think France is locked down. A few other places are locked down. Guy at work just told me, "Hey, did you hear what your buddy's trying to do?" I'm like, "I don't know. What are you talking about?" Yeah, here she's trying to lock us down again. I guess the numbers are going up. I'm like, well, I don't watch the news, but from what I get from that, if that's what she's trying to do, she's not in control. So the good guys would be in control, and you're getting locked down for a good reason, in my opinion, because I think stuff's really going to start happening. Especially if they're going to send the rods of gods to certain places, you really don't want to be around certain places. Um, so we'll see. I think a lot of stuff's going on. But if you're not doing the right thing, step down. We don't need you. Do the right thing. So, yeah, I just went and bought toothpaste with no fluoride or nothing in it. Canada's putting people in camps. Yeah, that don't surprise me none. Like I said, things are going to get a lot worse real fast. Real fast. So it's easy to pick someone off when you're all by yourself. When 10 cops show up or 10 National Guards show up, but 10 National Guards show up and you got 15 people with you. Well, guess what? Now we got the upper hand. But I don't think there's a ton of us that really stick together. I really don't have. I have a few people around here, but for the most part, we're all scattered. So I think the best thing we'd do is try to get local people near you that you can count on. But now here's another problem. If everything goes down, if the internet and the phone and all that go down, how are you going to get a hold of anybody? Maybe some walkie talkies or something, or just check on somebody for certain time every day. But I think we all need to get a plan. So I think things are going to happen here real soon. Maybe we get lucky and we just sit in front of the TV and watch all the military tribunals and eat popcorn. Maybe that's how it's going to go. But I don't think Mr. T wants to hurt anybody throughout the world. He just wants to do enough just to get the job done. Um, and of course, the people that caused this, yeah, I think they're going to go bye bye. They're going to go on a trip, one-way trip, and they ain't never coming back. But yeah, what a great time to be alive. I mean, the amount of stuff out there that you can learn, and it's like the truth is almost weirder than reality, or the reality we're in. I mean, I don't think it's really reality, but I mean the truth's kind of stranger than. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. I just hope we find out, and I can't wait to. I really don't want to tell anyone I told you so, but I told you so. I told you this was going to happen. We've all known about this for probably our whole lives. We knew it was slowly coming to this point. We all know this. If you got just a lick of common sense, we all know this is coming right to this point. You imagine if Mr. T wouldn't have got elected, that other person got elected. Could you imagine? Boy, would we be in trouble. Remember what I said a couple videos ago. These people are patient. We've only been doing this a little over a year. We're ready to give up. We got to stay in the fight, but I don't know. Some days I'm good with it. Other days I'm like, you know what? I just want things to happen. Other days I'm like, I don't know. I'm just done. And then maybe the next day something happens. I get a little uh, read something on Telegram, gives me a little hope again, or somebody calls me up. Like my buddy Mike calls me up. Hey man, you doing all right? You look a little down or whatever. Yeah, of course. We all go up and down, but you just got to keep in the fight. Someone's down, reach down, pull them up. Hey, come on, man, get in the game. Smack them in the face. Wake up. So, I had a thought there for a minute. I think I lost it. Yeah, I lost it. But you guys are talking on the live chat, so get to know each other. Follow each other. Um, uh, Shelley says, "I don't understand the President Trump's stance on the vacation." I think he's talking about a couple different things. I think he's talking about the getting rid of the bad people. I think, but I'm with you. I don't know. I don't know. They throw me off all the time, but I think that's part of the plan. They're saying certain things. They got a plan. They can't tell us. Remember when Obama would say, "On this day, we're going to bomb these people at this time and place." He would always say it when we were fighting that made up ISIS. Uh, he would always say it. And then when Mr. T got elected, he's like, "Well, we're not going to do that no more. That really don't make any sense." It makes sense if you're on the same team as them. You're letting your partner know what's going on. It makes perfect sense. Other than that, why would you do it? Probably because they're on the same team. So a little bit of common sense goes a long ways. So, but we're gonna get there. I don't know when we're gonna get there. I don't know how we're gonna get there. I got my own opinions, and it's just an opinion. I mean, and that's what's so cool with Liberty Warrior. It's He's got an opinion, and if you call in, you got an opinion. I'm not saying my opinion's right. It's just my opinion from the research I've done. But you call in, you might say something I never even thought of. Like, oh, that's pretty interesting. Or hey, did you hear about this yet? Or hear about that? Or hear about this? That's what we do at work when we're not working, because we're always working at work. But when we're not working, we talk about this stuff, right, Florine? So I don't know. I know they've been doing this for 1,400 years. We've only been doing it for one, but I think we're winning. I think we're going to be all right. Let's just all stick together, pick each other up. When someone's down, say, hey, what's going on? Well, I'm just sick and tired. Well, we all get like that. I get like that like every other day. But just help each other out. Uh, like I said, if you want to start making your own channel, just get your phone out and just put it in front of you and just start talking. You don't have to share it. Make it, watch it. If you like it, share it or share it to a buddy. Or I've had people send me videos. Hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Like, I don't know, man. I'm no editor or nothing like that, but your voice is important, so say it. That's what's so nice about all these different channels. Irish guy JG, um, mental health, militia news, Jabal, Liberty Warrior, Vicky Vasquez. We're all different. Scott McKay. We're all different. So you get different personalities. Prepper 101, M Seeker of Truth, um, Out of the Darkness. All great people. There's many other. She Knows, Prime, all those guys. They're all trying to get, because we've been restricted for so long. We're not getting the news. Why do you think Mr. T went to Twitter the whole time? And a lot of people be like, well, he needs to get off Twitter. Why? Why do you need to get off Twitter? His voice wasn't being heard. So he's in control of his own Twitter. He can get his voice out there because the media's not doing it. The media's been lying. They're on the same team. It's all propaganda. So I'm gonna put that. What is her name? Amazing Polly, I believe. I'm gonna put that in the comments. Interesting video. Can't remember how long it is. Maybe 45 minutes, something like that. But I'll put that in a video or in the comments. And she's got other videos she tells you about in her video that you're gonna watch, or hopefully you watch. Pretty interesting. So she was talking about what's going on this past year. Is it torture? After watching it, and I really didn't think about it because it did affect me, and it still does affect me when I walk into a grocery store without a diaper on. I get a little anxiety because someone's going to come at me and go, "Hey, put that on." I'm like, no, I don't want to put it on. I don't have to put it on. I'm not putting it on. So it just kind of depends what mood I'm in. I really don't want to. Sometimes I just want to talk to them and say, why do you want me to do that for? Other days I'm like, no, I'm not messing with you. No, leave me alone. I'm not dealing with it. So it just depends on what kind of mood I'm in, I guess. But so yeah, I guess it does affect me, but I think it affects certain people different ways. I don't know how it's affecting kids. I'm sure it's affecting them. You're a kid. You're 3 years old. Why I got to wear this? Well, because everyone's wearing it, and the so-called experts told me to. So I don't know. I don't know. They're lying to us. There was 2 German people, lawyers, that are doing. I believe they're going to the international. I don't know, international crime against humanity lawyer, judges, or something. I don't know. She talks about that in there. But anyway, they started it, and they want all of us to email them how this affected you. So I think in her description it has the link or their email, and they're from Germany. I forget their names, but so yeah, email them. I might email them. But the more people, I mean, we got to get in the fight. We're already in a war. You might as well start fighting. Pretty soon they're going to come to you, and there's not going to be any of your friends left. So yeah, yeah, Mr. T, probably the best president ever. So can you imagine? My opinion, I think JFK Jr. Is alive, and I think his dad and Ronald Reagan put this plan together somehow. Maybe Reagan got the plan to him, told him when he was a little older. But can you imagine waiting for this moment for 60 years to get these guys back? Imagine that patience. Because they could have did all this back as soon as Mr. T got elected. But they had, I think from what I read, that everything would have fell apart if they would have did it that way. So they had to do it this way. They had to build up their own platforms. They had to get their own currency. They had a million things they had to do right, and it's all got to be exactly right. So hopefully, here in the next couple days, hopefully today we hear something. But hopefully, I I think Easter is going to be a big day. But can you imagine when JFK Jr. and Princess Di and Michael Jackson and Elvis and all the people we thought were dead come back, and all the people we thought were alive were dead? Better stock up on some popcorn. But I'd like to watch it with some people that aren't really awake. I don't know if that'll happen or not, but wouldn't that be something? Uh, that's going to be interesting. I mean, that's going to blow our mind, and we know quite a bit. But when you get down to the end, when the credits start rolling and everyone takes their mask off, like Scooby Doo, like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that. Or this person here is like he's acting like three different people. Or, I mean, the possibilities are endless. But we're over an hour, so I'm gonna get off here. Yeah, I love the comments. I don't know about I hear rumors about the Suez or the Evergreen ship. Found little ones on there. They didn't find little ones. It's stuck. It's not stuck. I'm not sure. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully today, hopefully. But all right. Love you all. I'm gonna get off here. Remember, take the mask off, shut the news off, help each other out. Love you guys.